Hey everybody, this is Doc Mac from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. It's August 13th, 2015, which is actually our 5th year anniversary here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. All week long we've been trying to put up some really rare games, and one of the first ones we put up this week was Freeze, which is a prototype game that was never released from Atari. It was supposed to come out in around 1996. Atari had canceled several of their games after Midway had purchased them. This was one of them. Another one being Primal Rage 2. There was actually 5 or 6 games that were canceled, including 10th Degree and Beavis and Butthead as well. This one we managed to get the board a while back. Mike Vinicor, who was one of the testers and he worked at Midway for a while, ended up giving it to us in a trade. We had it for a little bit, and then a few months ago, a gentleman by the name of Rick Dunn called us up, said that he had a prototype cabinet. He didn't have the board, but said he wanted to donate it to the arcade just because he thought this would be the place that it should be at. It had been converted to War Final Assault. So he drove it out and he gave it to us, unbeknownst to him that we actually had the board. You can tell that it's an actual prototype cabinet. A lot of the old Atari games were actually painted this light blue. Mike Jensen, who had donated a Mace the Dark Age to us, another game from Atari, was a prototype cabinet. The back door was actually painted the same light blue color. But on this one, you can see that it has the original Atari sticker on it with Freeze the Cat. So originally there was a board issue on the game, and we were able to fix that. The game has been backed up on MAME, but there's very little documentation, so it was actually really difficult to get it up and running. When we did get it working, we did some custom artwork on it. We recreated the original control panel and marquee, and the fish that were supposed to go on as side art for the cabinet. But the game plays very similarly to games like Clax, kind of a Tetris style, where you get to, in this one you actually get to select either quiz mode or CPU. In quiz mode, you're basically trying to match the 3 fish up in any particular order, and there's like one right solution to it, and you're timed on it. So it's pretty cool and pretty unique. In the main game, you get to select your character. All the characters are various animals. There's a cat in his goggles. There's little stories behind all of them as well. The cat is actually trying to find an alarm clock, anteater, weird coyote thing, the monkey. The way each character basically has a different way to attack the opponent. So like for the copycat, it basically, when you get the magnet, you throw that up instead of a fish, and it'll change an entire row into matching fish. And the more you match fish, it will send ice over to your opponent's area. And again, you can see there's kind of a story mode. Play a little bit here. So if you line them up horizontally, it'll send an ice ball over to your opponent if you get at least 2 fish lined up in a row. And again, this game had shown up at some trade shows. I believe at California Extreme, even this year, one was there. But definitely a rare game, not something that is in any other arcade.
Cool.
It's definitely a lot of fun. Last level that I've gotten to, it gets very challenging. So it'll be interesting to see some of our players that are really into puzzle games come in and put some time on it and see if anybody can actually complete it. So again, another rare prototype game. Freeze, not released from Atari in 1996, but here playable today at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. So definitely check it out next time you're here, and we hope to see everybody around the arcade soon.